Can you also switch on your microphone? Because we need to hear you while you are presenting.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I was just starting my server. So this is so far what I've done. I was because I had recently logged in, so that's why it was showing. This is the default thing, like my login part, where someone comes and then if you put in a wrong password, and for example, if I put in a wrong username, it will verify such things. So if I try to put in but with the wrong password, again the same thing. So yeah, so if someone logs in, this is what this is from my, it's just those lists. I haven't gone far. That's the thing I've done before. I can search. For example, if I search for Sam, let me see, it can bring any string which has that thing, or I can search with numbers, for example 12, yeah, something like that. So I can register. I remember they told us that this should be optional, so that's why you can see that it doesn't have that asterisk thing to mean that it's not option. And again, all numbers, for example, let me put as like it can verify that no, this is not a valid phone number. We only use phone numbers which start with +2 5 6 or plus any other number which is a valid phone number in actual sense. So there it updates it, and if I go to my home, my home, it has to show. Okay, why isn't it bringing? I don't know, but it had to bring that. Maybe I limited on the number of searches it must show. Yeah, but basically, uh, if I try to go to my admin, so these are the users. There are two users. I was just testing, and then I added all my things, all my objects. So let me try to. But that was the whole thing so far done. By now, I'm adding. Is it those people who can log in through the terminal? Yeah. So this is the working folder. I divided it, the apps. This is the main project folder, which contains all my, okay, all the settings I need. For example, in settings, I use specific forms. Those forms we've been seeing. Yeah. Then I added the two apps. Like I added also this thing, that phone number field, just to verify all the phone numbers I put in, recipe forms, yeah, for rendering those forms, because I don't need to get to worry about the validations and everything. It's done for me. Then this user, this app contains how the login will look like and how the logout, and then the logic. These forms, like which required fields, which are the required fields for someone to log in and all those things. Which model are we using for this case? So I use this model which comes pre-installed, which comes with Django, basically. Then for the other one, I decide this is my model for that case, where I have the name, temperature. I gave it a maximum digit of 100, and then decimal places 2, then ID number, which can accept nows and its validation, like I wanted it to have a minimum number which is like 10 to above. Then telephone number which cannot accept, which cannot be blank. Then company, then date posted, which I put on to auto now. That means if I change or make an update, it will automatically update it. Then I also added this user ID, and I called the object user object, so that I could easily tell which was the last person who added this person, something like that. Then I defined my CSS just for, as you saw the other things, remove some of the that will make somehow display good. And then what else in my, these are the views. So for any view, it required you to first log in. For example, if I try, let me log out for this one. Let me first log out. You can't access the other view unless when you logged in. You can't, because it's now showing me that if I log in, I'll go to the home, something like that. I can't even access again register because I'm also not logged in. So if I try to log in, it will directly put me that thing of register. Yeah, something like that. Then basically that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's so far what I've done, and these are my URLs because we are using the model view controllers, the MVC, which is this is my controller. I given it these names just in order to call them, something like that. Yeah, names, and yeah, by default I use this auth view login, which is provided again by Django, and yeah, that's what I have for now.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Luanga, for the presentation. Maybe uh, uh, you can tell us about some of your challenges before I can give you my ultimate feedback on the project.
Mm. Some of my challenges, basically, I faced just one challenge was with the, like, some of the logic. I wasn't around when you're teaching, so I had to go back because I missed some lectures and I couldn't watch the videos right away since I was occupied with the project. So I had two things to work on: the project assignment for our research and then this project. So basically, it was about my time. But other things, I think were okay because they were clear from the description they gave us. Yeah, it was clear that we want this and this and this. So I don't think for any programmer it would be very hard for him to easily determine what was required. For my case, that's what I can say.
Okay, that means by Wednesday you'll have a more complete project.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I'll be waiting for you to present the finalized project on Wednesday, or maybe just to comment out on some of the issues I've seen with your project. Maybe what you have not yet implemented now for a returning visitor, for a returning tenant, if at all they are coming back, maybe the second time. Uh, there is that issue. You don't need to register them again. You only have to add in. You only have to add their new temperature, right? Hmm? For that day. Hmm? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to.
Right, right. Because
Mm,
I thought,
mm,
in reasoning, I thought like if it was duplicating,
mm,
someone can again come in. Okay, I'm trying to get your logic. But the way they implemented it, like
mm,
basically change
mm,
the temperature
mm,
right away.
mm,
If someone adds the same record,
mm,
I use the phone number to be unique.
mm-hmm.
But if it, yeah, if I can show you, can I? Should I present again and I
Yeah,
show you what
it's
I'm
okay.
trying?
It's okay.
So basic. So if I try to, there is one I can, okay, show them. For example, this one which ends with, because I'd used the phone number to be unique
Mm,
for
mm,
each. So if I try to use, so we see that the temperature is 112. So if I try to add the same record again,
mm,
for example, mm, let me put the default. So I change the temperature, for example, to 20 point, where someone didn't know that that person was already there. So I can leave this out. Then, since it's the same phone number, it's 256. Company, I can leave it. So it's showing that it's an update. If you
mm,
can easily see here, it's just showing that it's just an update. So I can easily get the logic I used for this case and put it the other side. That's what I had done. That's what I thought.
mm. Um,
If it
okay, yeah.
another, I can do it.
Okay, maybe if I'm to maybe advise now, like supposing someone logs in and they see the list of all the tenants that have been maybe registered, they can search, and when they search and they get that person uh,
Mm.
for a returning tenant,
They
eh,
can edit.
so they can only add that field for the temperature. Hmm? Right, instead of adding all because now, like for your case, you almost updated all the other records instead of only one field. Hmm? Yeah, are you getting my point, Ruang? Are you getting my point? Hello.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Exactly, yeah. So it should kind of like be like that, so that it can be very easy for the admin to update already someone who is already in the system, but only update that field. So I'm thinking maybe that the temperature could actually be eh,
Mm.
um, it could be in a different table, whereby
Mm.
one tenant can have very many temperature records. That is just a suggestion, right? Mm?
Mm.
Yeah. So that actually cause at some point uh, maybe if at all we build this system and it becomes big and would like to kind of like monitor how this person's temperatures have been
So,
trending. Yeah. Eh?
yeah.
It could be very easy to follow up. Maybe even the system could alert us that this person, the way his temperatures are, maybe it's possible. Maybe he has some symptoms of corona, something like that. Maybe when the guy is having maybe 38 consecutively for around 10 days, or maybe when he reaches 39, eh?
Yeah.
The system could be able to warn us, but all that will depend on previous what temperatures staying in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
database. Yeah. Hmm? Yes. So
Yeah.
you should have that notion when when you are designing. Also, maybe the issue I saw, you are using one. It is not bad to use one urls.py file. You are using the one of the project, right? Hmm?
Mm.
Yeah, but supposing maybe because you can't, in the near future, if at all you have more than one app. Hmm? In your
Mm.
in your project, it's always advisable to also have a urls, to create your own urls.py file in your own in your own app, so that it's the one you just link to the to the main one in the in the project folder, right? Hmm?
Mm.
That is just uh, an advice on how to design for scalability. Hmm?
Mm.
In case your project goes big, so that you don't have to do a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I get.
yeah, but thank you very much for your presentation. At least I think you are almost 50% done with the work.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm positive by Wednesday you'll be presenting a full project.
Because I still have this other project which is overtaking me, which is Tuesday night.
I
So I
I
don't know.
I know you'll manage. I know you'll manage basing on how far you have come.
Mm.
Okay, thank you very much. Mildred has is on and off. Let's just jump to Bogere Siraj to present his, and then we shall continue. Bogere, are you there? Hello, Bogere, are you there? Okay, as we're waiting for Bogere to, yes, Bogere,
Yes.
please present your project. Just present your screen and start presenting your work.
Okay. Share screen.
It's in the bottom right. Hmm? It's called present now on in your bottom right. Are you seeing
Yeah,
it?
got it.
Okay,
Got
fantastic.
it.
All right.
Yeah, you have seen it.
Okay, you can start presenting.
How are you, Emma?
We are fine. How are you? Hmm.
Okay. So this is my work. Mm, so, then this is a record. Ah, hello? You're getting me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So, uh, if a guy comes and is new, okay. If he's old, now this is a uh, it's not my own search, but if a guy is not new, can be searched from the table right away. And if he's new, his data can be just added. Let's say uh September, June, ID number, company. Now the temperature reading. This first temperature reading is it's 23.
Your presentation seems to
16.
have frozen. Bogere.
And then you add that guy. So this guy's data will be here. Now, oh, are you getting me now? Hello?
We can hear you, but your presentation.
Hello?
We can hear you, but your presentation is frozen.
Hey, let me stop and start again. Hello? Is it working now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. A new guy comes. When he's new, you can just add, let's say, Kaira, whatever. His phone number is that. Is it frozen again?
Yes, it seems to be freezing. I don't know. Is yeah, now it is okay. It freezes and then it comes back.
Okay. His phone number,
Hmm.
then the ID. Let's say it comes from its mind. Then his reading at the time he's entering. Let's say he has a temperature of 26 degrees. Are you still follow? Is it still flowing?
Yes, now it is okay.
Okay, and I submit this guy. So this is the guy. Is Kaira Trevor. Now this is his temperature at the time he has entered. Now, uh, this dashboard will works the same way as a book. Now, that's why. Okay, let me first continue. Now, if Katamba comes back again, like the next day, Katamba, then we add. We already have his details. The ones we are going to add are the readings, temperature reading, and the time. If his temperature is 37, uh, and we submit. So my table, the way it works like a normal book. To show Katamba here, let's say he entered yesterday, but thing we are still I'm presenting as of today. To show will be corresponding. If we want to know is data we have, can keep track. Let's say Katamba came at 5:32. If this is a different date, we can know Katamba came, let's say, on 6th with such a temperature. Now, the other thing was adding entrance. So they can be added from here. Let's say I add guy called Guma Ashraf with this telephone number. No, users, sorry. Can add a user who's a receptionist or data entrant. So you have Guma. Ashraf, the username. Let's say the username we assigned to him is Guma. You will create with a default password 12345. Then this user, now the account I'm using is the super admin account. When I log out, now this admin has access to users and also has access to other functionalities. Now, for example, this table is for the entrants we have in the system. The people, leave alone the log. Now, for the dashboard, I'm only showing the log as they enter. Entrants, these are people who have been entering. Now, if this guy logs out, this super admin, and he enters username direct. I think it was Guma 1234. Five. Okay, it was 5. Now for him, he only has access to the log and the people and their data who have been entering. I don't know whether there is any other question. Hello,
Okay.
Emma.
Thank you very much, Siraj, for the presentation. Can you give us some of the challenges you faced while doing this project?
Hello.
Can you tell us about the challenges you faced while implementing this project?
Challenge. Maybe time. Became so busy, and but I managed to create time and do it, and do some of the things you asked.
Okay. Thank you very much. Maybe to give you some feedback on your project. For the instance when the
Hello,
yes, I can hear you. I, I was trying to give feedback on your project.
hello.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
me?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, I do.
Okay. I was trying to give feedback. I was saying that that okay.
Yes,
For a returning user, when
I do hear you.
you can mute your microphone now. So I was saying that that for a returning user, you can configure your database in such a way that actually for the date, you even when you're registering when you are entering the user for the first time, the date should be added automatically. I believe you can do that. You can set some arguments in your models to cater for that, for both the new entrants and returning entrants, that you don't have to put in the date yourself. Yeah. So please work on finishing up with everything, so that by Wednesday, you'll be submitting the links to the GitHub repositories for us to award you with marks. Yeah. So at least you'll be ready by by Wednesday to submit the links to the GitHub repositories. All right, Siraji, thank you very much for the presentation. Um, we have here Bron Jeffries. Bron Jeffries, are you there?
Hello, Emma.
Yes, Bron Jeffries.
Sorry, this is Brian. I just used the wrong email to enter
Hey.
presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ola, are you there? Ola Asimwe, are you there? Ola Asimwe, are you there? Ola, are you there? Ola is not responding, and I don't know why. But anyway, yeah. Like I said on
So, Emma, should I go ahead and present?
yes, you present.
Okay, okay. So I thought you had skipped me there for a second.
You present.
Okay. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you properly.
Okay. So this is I just used this a simple template to design the interface. But so this is currently like right now. This is my login page, like initial page. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I created a few accounts before, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. There is some dummy data that I was playing with. This is basically the interface and sorry, the dashboard. On the dashboard, we have a table that basically gives us the today's entry logs. Like we have the name, and then we have a specifier on each and every record that tells us if this person was just a tenant or was a visitor. We capture their telephone number and then the company, and then the temperature, and then the time, and then the person who made that entry. So there is on the left, sorry, on the right, there are a few quick actions list that provides that we have here. If someone is coming in for the first time, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. So I'm going to make an entry, and then I provide the phone number. I might okay. Then you can specify if this person is a visitor or just or is a tenant. Then if it's a tenant, you'll be required to provide the company that they provide that they work for. They say company bits, and then the destination is basically for visitors. If someone is a visitor, that's when you go ahead and provide the destination, and also the new temperature. Sorry, their temperature at the moment, and let's say 7.5. Submit that. You still you can still go ahead and record other entries. Okay, so if I go back here to the dashboard, I can, let me see, let me just get the whole thing. Okay, use the person I just put in. Yeah, so we can just you can see that from this list you have this person was just coming, and then they'll tell you that give you just a simple details. Yeah, this is like today's log basically. We have another quick link that goes to the quick search. If we have someone coming in like for a second time, we can basically just use, like, let me just go ahead and use this phone number. This phone number here, can get a quick search. I'll put in this person's phone number, and then once I submit it, it gives me a page that already has their details pre-filled. And then this person is a visitor. So if this person is a visitor, I'll be provided with a destination field, providing where they are heading this time, because some person can come today heading to another office, come again tomorrow heading to another office. Unless it's a tenant, that's when we know that they work for a specific company and they'll always be going there. Okay, so destination, let's say, let me just put something. Let me just put something. Destination and then their current temperature. And you submit that. Okay, so another log is added. Where is it? Okay, so another log is added. So we shall see just another. This might be the same person, but they have different entry logs depending on the temperature and the time, and also the destination or where they were heading. And if we try to create a new log for, sorry, this is a new log for like an existing tenant. Yeah, for it to pre-fill all the information, including the company they work for, and then I just add in the temperature. So let me just do that. So What happened?
Is everything okay that side?
Hello?
Is everything okay that side?
Hello?
Yes, is everything okay?
Yes, yes,
Okay. So you're done with the presentation?
yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
think that basically that's it. Unless you wanted to see like maybe the models or different things.
yeah, you can also take us through uh, those ones.
Okay, let me first wait. I was instead just sharing a tab. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so let me see. Let me my the app I created basically consists of just one, two, three apps. I consist of the visitors app, and then the user management, basically, and then then the auth. That's where I was handling the. Basically, it has a few things. That's just log in and log out, and then the user management. That's the one that has just the dashboard. That was meant uh, to handle different pages for different users. But most things are in here in the vistas. So under the vistas we have the vistas model that basically carries the person's information, and then the different entries. The different entries, that's where we capture the temperature, and then the timestamp, and then the destination. Uh, yeah, each app has independent URLs that are all joined that the app is configured to use using the main URLs file, depending on the prefix, or also depending on the path prefix. Uh, Other than that, I don't feel like I have more things to show.
Okay. Thank you very much. And do you have any challenges you faced while working on this project?
No, not much. Basically, it was just time, but
Okay. So you'll have to send me a link to your GitHub repository on my personal WhatsApp so that we can start we can look through under what demarks. Yeah, but for the other two, Luanga and Bogere, you'll finish your presentations on Wednesday so that you'll be able to share also your GitHub repositories. But for Brian, you send to my personal WhatsApp and I look through.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Yeah, I'll give more feedback to everyone after I've looked through their repositories. Yeah, because right now you people have just been rushing through. Yeah, but thank you very much for those who managed to present. Ola, are you there? Ola Asimu, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you
I
can
am.
you can go ahead and present.
Okay. If the other person can stop sharing their screen.
They are done.
Oh, okay. 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 So this is my app. It consists of models. Okay. So it is this one. Yes. So let us log out. Okay. So when you arrive, you log in. This was as a receptionist. I didn't do much work on the UI. Then you get the visitors in order of who was registered before, who came last. It's just that the time, I was still working on the time. The time is the time zone is incorrect. So what am I pressing?
You can continue. You can continue. We can hear you properly.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So here you add a tenant or visitor. With many names. You add a tenant or visitor, the company, their temperature. You can add an ID number or not. Then you submit. Then it takes you to the page that shows the visitors with the visitor you've added last on top. And then if you click on the visitor's name, okay, I didn't really do much work on the UI, but if you click on the visitor's name, then it gives you an option of editing, or you can cancel the action. So if you edit, you can only edit the temperature. So if we go back, we realize like the temperature was 21. So if we edit and make it maybe like 12, there's the person goes down for some reason. I don't know why. That's not supposed to happen. Then I have not finished implementing the search functionality, but the other part was the admin part. Where you can add a user. Add a user. And then you add save and just enter anything in the password. Then you add everything else. Email address. Then you choose a group. The group what I chose was receptionist. A receptionist is allowed to create new users, edit the user, create new tenants, edit the tenants, and see the tenants that are available. And then you create a new receptionist. Yes. So that's all the system has. I think that's all that was asked for, apart from the search that I haven't finished, and maybe the UI that I didn't really work on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. Did you face any challenges while doing this project?
Not really. No.
Okay. So I think by Wednesday you should be able to kind of like present the whole project, because the search is not yet done. Also, I wanted to ask whether when you add the new temperature to a returning entrant, or maybe to returning tenant or visitor, does it replace the old temperature, or it stores it somewhere?
It replaces the old temperature.
Yeah, cause that in a way is kind of like not good in case people in case want to monitor how temperatures have been, how this individual's temperatures, the history, the backlog. So maybe you could think about an alternative of maybe of maybe creating a separate table for the temperatures, whereby we can connect one entrant to very many temperatures, so that in case history is needed about those temperatures, or maybe if at all for some reason we add in some data science algorithms or machine learning, we can easily be notified if at all someone actually is going to, maybe he might catch COVID depending on how his temperatures have been rising, something like that. Are you getting my point?
Okay. Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah. So
Yes, I am.
so you can use today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to polish, and then on Wednesday you'll polish. Also, yeah, the UI, the UI especially here, that shows the entrance, or the people whose temperatures have been recorded. I think it could be better if at all it was kind of like a tabular format, so that you'll be able to view very many users in one go. Yeah, but those are all my suggestions.
I'll do
Yeah.
that, but for the UI, my laptop screen is facing some problems, so I can't really see many colors. So maybe I can make the table, but as for the colors, I can't really do much.
Okay. All right. But thank you very much for the presentation. Those ones who managed to come through. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. So on Wednesday, all those that have some work to do, you present last, because the people that have not presented today will present first. Yeah. But thanks a lot for presenting. Yeah. Maybe before I can conclude, I remember I told you I would show you some project I've been working on with the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, but it looks like time is not on our side. So what I will do today, I'm going to try to kind of like maybe show you how I did my setup, so that on Wednesday, if at all the presentations are a little bit if they finish early, then I can be able to present it to you. Yeah, but basically all we are doing, actually I created a Django app that someone can access online from anywhere, and then control some lights. on my Raspberry Pi wherever I am on the continent. Yeah, as long as they have internet, they can connect, they can connect it remotely. Yeah, so maybe a prerequisite, if at all you happen to have a Raspberry Pi at home, just come and download. I recommend this version of the Raspberry Pi OS. It came out on 11th Jan. Sorry, actually, I thought I was presenting all along. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I'm presenting. All right. Can you see my screen now? Okay. Yeah, so this is who I am. I'll just, let me just copy this link and paste it in the chat. Yeah. This will this will only this only, I think, caters for people who have Raspberry Pis at their place. Yeah, but if at all you don't have a Raspberry Pi, but you want to try out and check out how this project works, you can actually pass by, and because we have some equipment that you can use to try it out. You just see how it's kind of like a mini project for home automation or remote access or something like that. It would really go a long way in helping you, yeah, think about more of the possibilities. Yeah, I'm happy actually. Brian and yeah, and Wogere came in last week to check on us. It was really nice. Yeah, so even if at all you have time, you can always pass by and check out some of these things, and we can help you even set up some of this. Yeah, so basically what you do, I'm assuming if at all you have a Raspberry Pi, you just download this. You download the Raspberry Pi OS, the 32-bit version, and then yeah, the rest, yeah, if at all you don't have it, if at all you don't have the if at all you don't happen to have the Raspberry Pi, then you'll have to pass by and try it out yourself. Yeah. Then I'm going to share this book. This is just a book where we get most of our. It's about the Raspberry Pi and how, cause when you kind of like buy the Raspberry Pi, or when you get to use the Raspberry Pi, it has a configuration of 40 pins. Yeah, yeah. You also need a breadboard. Yeah, but the configuration of the 40 pins is kind of like labeled here. It has 2 pins that have voltages of 5 volts. So it's actually on these pins that you'll tap, and you'll get the power you need in order to connect your LEDs. Yeah, so it has 2 for 5 volts, then it has a ground. It has a lot of these things. Yeah, but basically, yeah, our setup will kind of like be something like this. Yeah, this is the setup we are trying to build, that we'll be building. Yeah, and we shall have to connect three LEDs, just like you see them here. You're seeing only one, and you're actually seeing there is a light, there is a resistor. You don't know, you don't have to know what all these do. Yeah, and then there is a connection to the Raspberry Pi. So these are the 40 pins I was talking about. Yeah, and then one of them, if at all you remember your elementary electricity. Yeah, one part is the positive, and one part connects to the positive and one part connects to the negative. So the one that connects to the positive is the black, and the one that connects to the negative is the black, and the one that connects to the positive is the yellow. Though sometimes, yeah, it is labeled red. Yeah, And also maybe to take you through a small introduction to how a breadboard works. First of all, a breadboard is just it's just a prototyping board. Prototyping is just like testing, yeah, but it's used to kind of like uh, build circuits that you can break down or you can edit at any time you want. So it has lines. It has these lines, these two long lines, like you see. Also, these dots that you see on the sides, the ones that are in black, are all connected. So this first dot is connected to this last one. So if at all you 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 put in maybe a wire here and you extend it from this, it will be connected, right? And same goes to these ones, yeah. So this connection is what they call continuity, yeah. Yeah, that's why you see this blue line is kind of like non-stop from top to bottom. Also goes to this one from top to bottom. And then you'll find others in the middle here. Now these are 1 2 3 4 5. So these holes, you see, they are connected in this line the way you see them. So this hole by default is connected to this one. So if at all you put a wire here and another wire here, in an actual sense they are connected in the straight line. So these ones are connected like this, should I say horizontally, and these ones are connected vertically, yeah. And this is actually a diagram, a real diagram on how these connections happen, yeah. Though for us who want, it's I don't advise people to connect things directly on these wires, because it's very easy to make mistakes, and you can do a mistake and you make up, and you end up spoiling, because if these wires by any chance maybe they get close to each other, it can cause maybe a power surge or something, which can actually spoil the actual board, yeah. So I'll show you in my presentation. We have kind of like a bus or a skirt that we connect to this, and then we extend it on this breadboard, yeah. Yeah, so we shall be building something like this, and then we shall kind of like tap most of what this will show in our views, just like because in our views in our Django app, in one sense or the other, yeah. So basically, yeah, so I'll make sure I have the full tutorial ready by Wednesday, yeah. Because actually even the code is ready. I'll share it with you at the end of the lesson, and then you'll be able to check out some of these things, yeah. But in a nutshell, thank you for those who managed to come. If you have any question about the project, or the presentations, or this Raspberry Pi project, please, I can give you 1 minute, and then we can close this session, yeah. But I would like to thank you again for those ones who managed to present. And do you have any questions for me? Okay, since you don't have any questions, I'll see you people on Wednesday, yeah. But for now, I'm going to share the